I would like to briefly talk about the recent WWE Backlash show from France. I was pleasantly surprised that the Women's Championship match and the WWE Championship match were both great. The opener was awesome, featuring Orton and Owens versus Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. This match had the rules changed to a no disqualification match after the two teams became out of order before the referee could officially start the match. It's worth noting that Tama Tonga, who is one of Haku's children, is a 7-time IWGP Tag Team Championship with his brother Tangaloa. Speaking of Tangaloa, he re-debuted for the WWE in this match and helped the Bloodline secure the win. Tangaloa previously appeared in the WWE in 2009 when FCW was the main developmental league for the WWE. He made it to the main roster, but it was released in 2014. The women's tag match started well, but became confusing when it was unclear who was the legal person in the ring. Here are the details. Asuka and Jade were the legal competitors, but Kairi mistakenly believed she was legal and entered the ring with Jade, attempting a pin. The referee, the only one paying attention, waved it off. Asuka, who was already legal, did not enter the ring, and Kairi went back to her corner to get tagged out. The whole situation was chaotic and left me disappointed for everyone involved. Who won the match? Jade and Bianca are the new WWE Tag Team Women's Champions. Jade is making great progress. Her collaboration with Bianca Belair is part of her training and will help her prepare to feud with Bianca at some point. Does Jade need more training? The answer is yes. The truth is, if Jade had accepted the NXT contract and not spent those years in AEW being mismanaged, as a lot of the women in AEW are now, you'd be hearing people say that Jade has fewer flaws in the ring. The NXT system works. And Belair and Tiffany Stratton are the latest examples of that. Jade has been going to the Performance Center, and she will be going there more often with Bianca to defend the Tag Team Championships in NXT and the main roster. In my opinion, Jade is at a level where she could be in the World Championship contention by April 2025. Damian Priest versus Jey Uso. I think a title change should have occurred. I was initially skeptical about Damian Priest becoming the World Heavyweight Champion, but due to certain events, Punk being injured and Rollins taking a break after WrestleMania, I'm okay with him cashing in on Drew McIntyre. It wouldn't have been a bad idea if Jey Uso had won the title, as it could have allowed Damian Priest to become the first 2-time World Heavyweight Champion in chasing him. Now, before I talk about Tony Khan, I just want to note that Triple H was asked about Drew Gulak's release from WWE at the Backlash press conference, and the reporter asking the question cited Fightful.com and PWInsider.com. In Triple H's response, Triple H emphasized the importance of citing credible news sources when discussing this topic. Triple H states that releasing talent is a common occurrence and a necessary part of their job. Then clarified that Gulak was not released. His contract was not renewed. The difference between being released and not having one's contract renewed lies in the decision-making process. Being released often implies that WWE has decided to terminate the wrestler's contract early, whereas not renewing a contract means that WWE has decided not to extend the wrestler's time with the WWE beyond the current contract. Ronda Rousey was also mentioned in the question being asked to Triple H, but Triple H sideswiped addressing Ronda Rousey and Gulak. If you'd like to learn more about the situation between Ronda Rousey and Gulak, then visit the Round Number 1 YouTube page, as we have an upload regarding that. Moving on to the incident involving Tony Khan. Tony Khan has a problem, and that problem is that he is an attention-seeking person and has no sense of what he says or does. Do you people know what Tony Khan's role in the Jacksonville Jaguars is? He's not the owner, nor the president of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tony serves as the Chief Football Strategy Officer. I find it embarrassing that he made comments comparing WWE to Harvey Weinstein on the NFL Network, and then went on to say that he thinks his comments got tons of coverage for AEW. I also find it concerning that he is considering featuring Jaguar players on AEW broadcasts. I believe that Tony Khan's behavior has caused harm to AEW and the Jacksonville Jaguars. His father, the NFL, and the Players Association should have publicly called him out for it. Recently, Mr. Tito from NoDQ.com wrote that WWE may have a valid case for defamation because of Tony Khan's public comments. Although WWE hasn't taken legal action yet, only time will tell for further comments made by Tony Khan. As the leader of AEW, he needs to recognize the responsibility that comes with his position and act accordingly. Tony Khan's behavior and creative thoughts have finally caught up to him, resulting in a decline in viewership of all three of his AEW programs, the attendance of those shows, the decline of attendance for those shows, the loss of CM Punk, and the ability to get RH programming with Warner Bros. Discovery. I hope that Tony Khan takes appropriate steps to rectify this situation and regain the trust of his audience and colleagues. I believe that with careful consideration, honest communication, and responsible leadership, he can put the right people to lead AEW to a more prosperous future. Let's all hope that he learns from his mistakes and takes the necessary actions to restore the reputation of his brand and the faith of AEW fans. This is Michael for the Round Number One YouTube channel. I'll talk to you later.